Hey, co-reporters, welcome back to my channel. Listen, Love is Blind has been doing the damn thing, okay, you guys? We started off in Atlanta. I don't remember where we went for season 2. I'm sorry. And now in season 3, we were in Austin, Texas. Or was it Houston? Can't remember. But it was in Texas, okay? So now Love is Blind is officially casting for 4 new cities. And you want to know how I know? Because I found the Instagram account for one of the casting directors of Kinetic Content and Love is Blind in general. Her name is Amanda Ogan. So if you have a desire to be on reality television, make sure you go ahead and give her a follow. And if you make it on the show, please send me an email letting me know that you did, because I would be so proud of you. I want to see you in action on one of their shows. Kinetic is really killing it with the shows. And speaking of that, they've got this new show called The Real Love Boat that I'm actually really interested in seeing and knowing how it goes. So we'll see all about that. It's not going to be on Netflix. It's going to be on CBS, but I digress. Anyway, getting into Love is Blind, let's talk about the 4 new cities that we're going to see cast singles, hopefuls on the route to love at first voice, first sound, first altar, married at the altar. So we're starting off with Charlotte, North Carolina. There you go. If you live in Charlotte, North Carolina, congratulations, and you want to get married, congratulations. Go ahead and audition for the show. Washington, D.C. is going to be another one. That one I'm quite excited for. Detroit, Michigan. I feel like that one's going to be juicy. And last but not least, there also will be Tampa Bay, Florida, which I do think could make for a good season as well. I'm thinking more in terms of character. So let me say this. Tampa, Florida, the weather is beautiful, and I really loved Selling Sunset Tampa. So that's why I'm kind of like, oh, like, I like the vibe of Tampa people so far from that. Detroit, Michigan, Detroit people, I see them as, very full of character, right? Like very strong personalities and whatnot. So I am excited to see how that goes down. Washington, D.C., I picture like pundits or whatnot, like people who work in politics, people who work in law, people who work in, you know what I mean? Like I'm picturing like these types of people. So I'm interested to see how that goes down. Charlotte, North Carolina. I really love this city as well. I spent some time there in 2018, I want to say. Charlotte, Carolina. I love the jazz scene. So I'm picturing more artsy people. I love their accents over there. And just, I don't know, like I really like these cities that they're choosing. So I am looking forward to seeing what that brings for us in terms of contestants for the show. One thing I really want to emphasize, though, you guys, is I really do feel as though there should be an age limit for the show. Remember, in this past season, Bartise was 25 years old and Cole was 26 years old, and they were some of the most immature contestants out there. I would love to see that limit raised a little bit. And even like Bartise and Cole aside, I've never liked the fact that people that young could be on the show. Sorry, but at 25, 26, like worry about like something else other than getting married like immediately. Do you know what I mean? Like you still got time, like go out on more dates, get your heart broken a couple more times, solidify yourself in your career a bit more, and then go, right? I feel like when you're in your 30s, the stakes are higher. And so like you're ready and you're like more stable and you're more secure and you're more this and you're more that. Like you're really kind of cutthroat about it. Like you know what you're looking for. You don't want to waste your time. You know what I mean? Like when you're younger, you're kind of a little bit of a time waster sometimes. And so I feel like at that age, like let's get down to business. I want this, this, this. What do you want? This, this, this. All right, let's kind of meet somewhere in the middle and negotiate, right? I really do like more mature show. Like here in France, I'll give you an example. One of my favorite dating reality shows here is called L'amour est dans le pré, and I talk about it all the time. And it's literally people who are like minimum like 35, but most of them are like in their 50s, in their 60s. Some of them are in their 40s. Like if you're in your 40s on L'amour est dans le pré, you're kind of young for that show. You know what I mean? And they're like not conventionally attractive people or anything like that. And you see like really serious relationships coming out of that. Like those people, and it's not even like a married at first sight or anything like that. We do have Marié au premier regard ici, But it's not like that at all. You know what I mean? Because you're not immediately committing to marrying these people. It's more so like, hey, like, I have a hard time because these people, they're farmers. And so they have a hard time meeting people because they live so freaking far. And so they go to this show to say, hey, listen, I live in this rural area. Here's my profile. So they talk about all the things they love to do, what kind of a farm they live on. Some of them live on vineyards, some of them raise cows, some of them raise pigs, some of them raise goats or sheep or whatever. Here's an example of how some of the people look on L'amour est dans le pré and like their ages and stuff like that as well. So let me just make this a little bit bigger for you guys. So like you see these people, like these are people who will have lived a little, okay? Like some of them have like adult age children and whatnot. Like they've lived life. This is the most recent season, by the way. And this guy, he's in his like 60s. This one, Thierry, he's in his 70s. This guy, he's a little bit young. He was about 38 years old, and that's young for the show, you guys, okay? Like, he was in his 70s. I think I just said that, but I'm not sure. He was young for the show as well. He was about 36 years old. He was quite interesting because he used to be married, and then he got divorced. He's in his 50s, and he's got his kids and stuff, but they're adult children. They're in their 20s, and now he's come out as gay. So he's looking for a male like partner to spend his life with and whatnot. Like that's the type of thing that I really love. Just like regular people looking for love, and they're serious. Like these people will seriously commit. They're not trying to be like Instagram stars or this, that, or the other that like shows like Love is Blind kind of like attracts with like the whole young crowd thing. You know what I mean? Like this, I love. Like I know that it's not that popular on like the Western side of things, like to have these types of people on reality TV. And that's why I appreciate my show here so much, because it gives those types of people a chance. Like everybody wants to find like, their person and stuff like that. And some people feel a little bit disqualified from it because they're not conventionally attractive or they're not young enough or this or that. And this show gives a voice to those people, and it gives them a platform, and it like gives them the opportunity to find what it is that they're looking for, all vanity aside. Because even though Love is Blind has that whole like, you don't get to see the person or whatever, like the casting make sure that the people are at least like a certain level of beautiful. Like there's nobody on this show where you'd look at them and like, oh, Jesus, you know what I mean? Have a heart attack or anything like that. Not that I'm saying that the people from L'amour est dans le pré are like that, but I'm just saying that these people, like they go for a very like standard, like attractive, decent type of look. Like is everybody that appeared on Love is Blind gorgeous or like a 10 out of 10 or anything like that? No, but they are at least like slightly above average to average. You know what I mean? Like, okay, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I would love to see that. Like, I would love, you know what I would love? A Love is Blind 40 plus edition, like just older people, like 50, like, oh, you guys, I'm telling you, it's really good. If you speak French or if you want to learn French, I highly recommend L'amour est dans le pré. And Married at First Sight, I believe it skews older here as well. Marié au premier regard, I think that skews older. Like, I'm pretty sure I remember seeing people like in their 30-ish, like they're typically in their 30s. And that's what I prefer for a dating show, because again, maybe I am being a little bit discriminatory towards the youngins, but I feel like someone who's 33 to 37 is more serious about finding love and a life partner than someone who's 25 to 20, like 8. You know what I mean? Like, sure, maybe at 29, like you're like, oh shoot, I'm looking at 30 right in the barrel. You're a little bit more serious. But I think that like the mid-range, like 25, 26, 27, no, especially for men. Sorry, but especially for men, I don't think it's serious enough, and I don't think it's committal enough. So listen, again, the cities that they're casting for the next few seasons, the next 4 seasons of Love is Blind are Charlotte, North Carolina, Washington, D.C., Detroit, Michigan, and Tampa Bay, Florida. So if you are from any of these cities, make sure to reach out to the casting director. Well, not to the casting director exactly, but reach out to the casting. Follow the instructions over there. I'm going to put it back up there so you can see her. So her Instagram profile is Amanda Ogan. Okay, you see it right here. And then if you want to apply, it's loveisblind.castingcrane.com. And please, please, please be like at least 28 years old and be serious. Okay. Like no more of these wannabe like social media influencers or whatnot. Like we want to see real love stories. We want another Lauren and Cam. We want another Amber and Barnett. And we want another Alexa and Brennan. I think that they are genuine as well. You guys know how much I love Brennan in particular. And I really feel like he's going to do his best to make that relationship stick, even though Alexa and her people are a little bit more on the vapid side. Okay. So be genuine, be honest, be real. Don't go over there to like destroy people's self-esteem. We don't want to see this type of thing anymore, right? Like we don't want to see people broken down to this level. We don't want to see people gaslit like this. We don't want to see people being treated the way that Nancy was treated on the show as well. And we don't want to see any low-key undercover F-boys like SK either. And of course, Zanab as well. Listen, Zanab did but Zanab did suffer some blows to her self-esteem because of some of the things that Cole did. Like, you know, they were both awful to each other. It's not one or the other there. And then again, we do not want another Matt, right? We do not want to see a wife popping up at the reunion looking like a hostage, right? So please go do the show with the best intentions. And if you are on the receiving end of these sorts of things, find the strength in you to walk away. Don't accept the BS. Like work on your self-esteem and the rest will fall into place. Okay. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in my next video. Please let me know in the comment section if you are going to be auditioning for Love is Blind, if your city is showing up there. Take care, you guys. Bye.